Good evening. This is Remus Webb, and I'm here to teach you about Root Words, the card game that I like to turn into a digital version and have lots of people playing, have lots of fun, and enjoying themselves and their families and friends in the new year. It is Wednesday, December 30th, 2020. That's the date, and it's almost a new year, so I thought I'd put this together and describe root words for the people. And here we go. Root Words is a card game that is made from 10 cards, these 10 cards, and it can be played between 1 to 5 people. A deck of five decks of Root Words cards are in each packet. The physical one, I haven't worked out how to distribute that yet, so I'm still trying to raise some money to get all of that popping. Um, but the card game itself, which I want a digital version of it, because it's really an outstanding way to spend time and gather your thoughts and just increase your memory and your thinking, your logic. Um, it helps in a lot of different ways. It's helped me. It's come over the course of about 7 years that that I built the cipher. It came in degrees over time. Just I prayed to God to give me something 7 years ago because I wanted to make some kind of scientific contribution to the world, and this is the way that He manifested it for me to be able to do it. It took it piece by piece and He gave it to me, and now it's a beautiful, extraordinary, elegant, mathematical thing, and I'm really proud of it. So, a few moments before, I had actually started recording, and it kind of shut off. So it started over, um, but I had rolled a 645. The things that you need for the game: you need the deck of cards, you need a pen, uh, a notebook or a piece of paper. See, I rolled a 645. And those are the translations that we were getting from 645. 645, I decided the subject. And if you're playing with three people, three or more people, you can play with up to billions of people if it's digitized. But with the card game, it's 1 to 5 people. So with the card game, um, you roll on the 10-sided dice. I rolled. We decided on doing a 3-digit cipher. I'm the Gouda. I'm the basically the guy in charge of the judge for that round because sometimes there's a tie. Um, there's several different ways you can play with scorekeeping, and I can talk about that a little bit later. But either by voting a single judge or a voting and a judge, which voting and a judge or a single judge, that's the way it manifests itself. Um, So it's 645. Six deciphered it as conscious. That's conscious. Conscious control. Four is control. Which is 54 mod 10. 54 mod 10 is control. And then judgment is 5. You see judgment on the 5 card. So judgment is 5. And so that's the title. Now, what we're going to do though, we're going to make a definition or commentary on that subject, the conscious control of judgment. So what does that mean? So what can we make from that? Well, using the 4 card, we can say 4 is behavior because 4AA is behavior. It's either the number, there's a 1 digit or 2 digit number associated with all of the words. The 2 digit numbers are you can see like the upper case number, and then the single digits like the lowercase number. If you want to think about it like that, because one is a base 100 and the other one is base 10. So the number for the word behavior, it's number 4, but the alphabet associated with that behavior, with the word behavior, is AA. So you have a public and a private key if you want to send a message, or if you want to send a message, or your judgment of how you think any meme or anything should be. But for communication, you can use encryption. It's a naturally encrypted logic system. So, behavior of man's discernment of truth. So, behavior is 4, man is 6. That's from the Bible. Discernment is 5. That's from me. And truth is times 1. So, 1 is truth. So, any number you can multiply by 1 or add 0 to. All of those functions of 0 and 1, you can add those words, and the number 0 is special because it means the cipher. It means cipher, and cipher also means the unknown. So that means you can use the 0 to substitute words that are not in the cipher. That's and not in the lexicon of the root words, not in the original 550 words from the degrees and the prepositions. So the conscious control of judgment, that's the behavior of man's discernment of truth. Or the behavior of man's discernment of himself, truth or self. And then there's also, you could say, the behavior of living life. Behavior is 4, living is 5, and life is 6. So we have behavior of 5, living, and then life 6. Conscious control of judgment is the behavior of man's discernment of truth or self. It's the behavior of living life. Using deliberately discerned actions. So the behavior of a living life using deliberately discerned actions. So we use those same 3 numbers. Behavior is 4, living is 5, life. And then we're going to use a transform on control to say control is deliberate, and then we did change the affixation on deliberate, which is deliberately. And then we have discernment. We change the affixation from discernment to discerned. and then action is 6, and we change the plurality of it to actions, which is 6. So discern deliberately is 4, discernment to discern, that's 5, and action to actions, 6. So the behavior of living life using deliberately discerned actions. That's a description of the conscious control of judgment. So those are two valid sentences that describe the subject, the conscious control of judgment, and either one of those works. It would be up to the group to decide, and the judge, called the Gouda, would discern if there's a tie. The way you score is okay. There's if with 5 players, you give a score from 1, 2, 3, or 4. Because you have one judge. You have a J, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. So, the judge is a tiebreaker. So each person, if you had 5 people, um, you rank the order from best to worst. Best is 1, and 4 is the worst. So after a specific amount of time, you can use between 5, 10, 20 minutes, however long you think it takes, to come up with a good sentence or description of the subject. Um, you score you score everybody else's. So if there was 4 contestants, you'd actually only score 1, 2, 3. No, you score yourself first. You give yourself the 1. That's the way to play. You give yourself the 1, and then you rank everybody else in from best to worst. So you give yourself a 1, and I'm gonna give this player 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm player 1, so I give myself a 1. I'm gonna give player 2, 3, the player 3, the 2, player 4, the 4. And then player 2, I'm going to give myself the 1. Player number 1, I'm going to give that person the 2. And then number 3, I'm going to give them 3. And then the 4th one, I'm going to give 4. And then player 3 gives themselves a 1. Player 2 gets the 2. Player 1 gets 3. And then player 4 gets 4. And player number 4 to give themselves 1. Give player number 1 the 2, player number 2 the 3, and player number 3 the 4. So we add those up. Each round, you can take a sheet of paper and you put the number in, and put the number on it, and put it in a hat or a bag, and then the judge will read out the numbers. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 6, 8, 3, 6, 8, 9, 3, 5, 6, 10, 4, 8, 12, 13. So in this case, player number 1 has the lowest score, so they would win. They had an 8. They get a point for that round. You can play the first person to however many, three, five, seven, how many points you want to play. Just an odd number of points. You can get copies of the digital versions of the game, the Root Words card game, on tradebit.com under Root Words of the Submarine Cipher, or Root Words. Um, there's a white paper on lessons in numeral English that you can find in the free preview of the Root Words card game. You can buy those cards. You can play on your computer. I mean, or not on your computer, but you can play on your computer. But you can be able to play on your phone. It's designed for the phone. To be able to play on the phone using a random number generator on your calculator on your phone, and or any set of numerals you can get from using time, or you can go what I call words first. You go words first, and decide how to structure the numbers. So let's do that words first. We did a random number generated from a die. We're going to go words first, and we can use time. Okay, so words first. I'm going to need the cards here. I think I got the rest of them here. 789 01 3 2 3 4 4 5 6. Yep. Okay. So when you go on words first, you use the whole deck. The crown of discipline. Crown is nine. Discipline is 7. Um, so the crown of discipline for man. Let's do 976. What is the crown of discipline for man? crown of discipline for man is man exercising his mind and body frequently in rhythm with one plus one is body frequently is 8. 1 plus 8 is 9. With 8 equals 8 is rhythm with with man exercising his mind and body frequently in rhythm with nature and caring for nature and caring for himself. Man exercising his mind and body frequently in rhythm with nature and care frequently in rhythm with nature and care for himself. And caring, yeah, caring sounds better. Caring. Okay, so 976. 6 is man, exercise is 7, mind is plus 0, body is 1, plus frequently is 8 equals 8 equals 1 plus 8 equals 8 equals 5 plus 3 times 1. 1 plus 8 equals 8 equals 5 plus 3 plus 1. So 6 man dot exercise is 7 dot 7 plus 0 dot body is 1 plus 8 equals 8 frequently in rhythm. Frequency is 8 and rhythm is 8 with nature is 5 plus caring is 3 plus 1 is self. So those are all the numerals in our subject, 6, 7, and 9. In our decomposition, or our not decomposition, but our Well, it's a decomposition, but our extrapolation and also our definition mathematically is in numeral English. There's 22 symbols in numeral English that are used to describe words in English. So the numerical form, the mathematical form of the function, the equation is left bracket, open parentheses 976, close parentheses, close bracket equals open brace open parentheses 6 dot open parentheses 7 plus 0 close open parentheses 1 plus open parentheses 8 equals 8 close parentheses equals open parentheses 5 plus 3 plus 1 close parentheses close parentheses. I think there should be another. No, that's it. Close brace. And that's a web equation that's used from the 22 symbols to describe that sentence. Man exercising his mind and body frequently in rhythm with nature and caring for himself. Uh, so that was under the title The Crown of Discipline for Man. I'm just excited to see what the world has to say in their own words, using the cipher about different aspects of life, just reality, how you see it through the lens of this mathematics. So that we did a random number, we did words first. Now the last uh, when you're just playing with your friends, you don't have to translate it into numeral English. That's not a requirement, but it's a bonus. That's like an expert level to learn that how to translate it into numeral English. But eventually, I want a computer to be able to do that and be able to process the information accordingly that is gleaned from the numerical structures in the sentences. So we can do one from time is 8:38. Time of recording. Time of recording. Living art. No, that's not living. That'd be 9. It's 39 now. Okay. 8:38 turning 9, so 8:38.9. Time to record my time in the universe. That's literally what I was doing. It's the time I was recording the time in my universe. Time I was recording the time in my universe. So I just made a recording of the time of 8:38, turning 39, in from mastery of writing 9, writing living art. Mastery of writing living art as a record of data, because that's what we're trying to generate, some data. So the time I was recording, the time in my universe is the mastery of writing living art as a record of data. That's what I was doing. It's also what I was doing. So those are all different functions of using numerals to create a subject and then defining a subject using the root words cards. A digitized version of this game would be a lot faster, a lot easier, more digestible. Um, that's the goal. Is to try to raise money to make a digital version of this. But the analog version of, for if you got a slow evening this week, and you want to get some friends together, have some drinks. If yeah, it depends on the state you're in, have some more recreational things. You know, this is it's a, or just a quiet family night at home, playing with your kids, or your brothers or sisters, or cousins, or aunts, or uncles, grandparents. It's really for anybody. Um, I'd say like 10 and up, like 10 and up. No, it also depends on how smart kids. There's some really smart kids out here, so it might be some genius could play this at a toddler age. I don't know. Um, yeah, but it's an interesting game. It's a way to take some time and work out in your mind. I have all the words in my head, so I make it look easy. All the words are on the cards though, and you can using those the rules to play the game with the transforms and using all of that information can be found on tradebit.com. Root words card game and lessons in numeral English. Provide a link. Also, um, yeah, this is how the game is played, and it's an interesting game. Can help you think, make you think. Uh, you don't have to use the words that uh, I use because you have the option of using transforms of the words, using antonyms and synonyms. So my diction, your local language might sound a little bit different. I mean, you can substitute the words for their anonym or synonym. So that's all I got for right now, and I hope this has been enjoyable for you and you're interesting, or at least interesting. And I hope to look forward to growing this game and growing competition in the game and people learning about the game and just having fun with the game and doing well with the game. And here's to 2021. I hope it's better.